Good morning to you all. It is Wednesday today, and it is May 13th. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making God's Word a priority in your life, and I pray that this devotional is something that blesses you wherever you find yourself today. We are going to continue our journey through the book of Psalms today with Psalm 22. Psalm 22 is a really, really long psalm, so we are not going to read all of it today, which of course you are welcome to read it on your own if you so desire, but we are going to read verses 1 through 8. And so I invite you to hear the word of the Lord from Psalm 22, verses 1 through 8. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry out by day, but you do not answer. By night, and am not silent. Yet you are enthroned as the Holy One. You are the praise of Israel. In you our fathers put their trust. They trusted and you delivered them. They cried to you and were saved. In you they trusted and were not disappointed. But I am a worm and not a man, scorned by men and despised by people. All who seek me mock me. They hurl insults, shaking their heads. He trusts in the Lord. Let the Lord rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. I'm guessing that many of you, maybe even all of you, recognize the first words of this psalm as the words that Jesus says when he is on the cross. When Jesus is on the cross, there are 7 things that the gospel writers record that Jesus says. And one of these 7 things from the cross that Jesus says is these words from Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me? And one of the things that is clear from the life of Jesus, and one of the things that is that we are seeing often as we look through the book of Hebrews on Sundays, is how often the Psalms are quoted. The Psalms are so often the way that Christians express their reality. And this is true even for Jesus. And if Jesus uses these words, they should be good enough for us. It's probably interesting to us that Jesus, as the perfect human, that he cries out with these words to God. He cries out to God in the midst of the darkest moment of his life, and he asks, why? Why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far off? Of course, in this question, Jesus is asking God, where are you? Why and where are you? As we've spoken about before, this kind of dialogue with God, this kind of way of speaking to God makes many of us feel uncomfortable. Because this doesn't sound like how we are supposed to talk to God. But as we've already said in other Psalms, as we've looked at various Psalms together, the Psalms are our models for prayer and worship. And of course, Jesus is the perfect example. And on the cross, he uses these words. And he asks God, why? And where are you? And of course, I imagine that many of us are wondering the same things about what is going on in our world right now. We're stuck in our homes. Our way of life has been taken away from us. We are kept from our communities, our friends, our family. People are dying. People are suffering. Life is in chaos. God, why? Why is this happening? Why is a virus destroying human life and turning the world upside down? And perhaps a harder question to ask: God, where are you? Why does it feel like you are so far away? Where are you in all of this? Why does it feel like you've forsaken us and forgotten us? If these questions were inappropriate questions, Jesus and David would not have asked them. And so I invite you today, if these kinds of questions are in your heart at all, I invite you to ask God these questions in your prayers today. Because as we are modeled, this is what a healthy relationship with God sounds like in the midst of darkness and suffering. It is good and it is Christ-like to ask God these questions. God, why is this happening? And God, where are you? Believe it or not, these questions are an expression of trust. The psalmist himself says it. Yet you are enthroned as the Holy One. You are the praise of Israel, and you, our fathers, put their trust. They trusted, and you delivered them. They cried to you and were saved. In you they trusted and were not disappointed. People of God, trust in him, and you will not be disappointed. May the Lord be with you.